Alright, how are you doing today? My name is Dr. Danielson.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So today we're going to be doing an abdomen exam. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just be looking basically from the upper border of the ribs down to the ASIS. So just generally looking originally for some hair patterns, any tattoos, discolorations, scarring, anything along those lines that would be indicative of traumatic injuries. Looking at the abdomen, seeing if there's a pulse of the aorta, that would be very bad sign. Then I'll ask the patient to turn their head and then cough. Okay, and just to see if that raises any pain or if that would be hernia or any pain from the hernia. So the first thing that we would do with this exam after inspection is we're going to do auscultation. So first thing we're going to start with is all 4 different quadrants. So starting with the upper right quadrant, listening to 5 to 15 seconds. Okay, next we're just going to listen for bruits using the bell of the diaphragm. So we're going to start with, we're just going to start with the liver and the spleen. So liver or spleen on the right, liver on the right, and we're just going to listen over that. Listening for any friction rubs in the spleen. Okay, now we're going to go to the aorta, which would be right above the umbilicus. Okay, then the renal. Okay, and we're going to go to the iliac, so that would be halfway basically between the diagonal margin between the ASIS and the umbilicus. Okay, then we're going to do the femoral. So there. Okay, and then the other side. We're just listening for bruits on all of these. Okay, and no abnormal hearing on anything there. And we were using the bell for that and the diaphragm originally. So then we're just going to begin very soft palpation. So we're going to start in the farthest away quadrant from if there was pain by the patient. So for this, since there's no pain, we're just going to start in the upper right quadrant. And we're just going to go slowly, motion in circles. See if there's any pain with this, let me know. Okay, and then we're going to move to a little bit of a deeper palpation, looking for any abnormal masses or anything along that would indicate cancer or just any abnormal masses. Nothing there. And we're going to be looking for the spleen and the upper borders of that, or edge of the liver. I'm sorry, not spleen, liver, just to see where that's at. So just going to ask the patient to breathe normally. We're going to go right between their ribs on the right side, and we're going to be looking for the upper borders of the of the spleen, liver. Keep messing that up. And then we're going to go for the spleen again on that side to palpate the spleen. That one should not be really percussible. Be on the other side, and we would be going between, basically lifting up and down, seeing if we can push it back and forth between the two. All right, see if that works. You should probably not be able to feel the spleen unless it's enlarged. If it's enlarged, you're looking for 3 times the enlargement, which would be something that you really would be refer out or send to the ER. So now we're going to palpate the abdominal pulse. So again, I'm going to ask the patient to breathe easily. It's going to be right above the umbilicus. You should be feeling the pulse. should be no larger than 3 centimeters. Again, otherwise then you'd be referring the patient out. A lot of people you won't be able to feel it, but I'm sorry, kidneys. And we're just going to go to the right kidney first, and you're going to be moving back and forth between the two. And sometimes on really thin people you'll be able to feel them, but a lot of the time you won't. Just pushing it back and forth, seeing if there's any pain with that. Okay, nothing there. And then we're going to percuss the liver, see if there's any pain with that. Find the borders of the liver, different areas. So we're going to start, I think, from outside. We're going to find the outer borders. Looking for a dull resonant sound. Now when that switches, that's the border. The upper border should be right up below the ribs. The lower border should be down below. We're going to start in the mid-clavicular line, or let's start with the axillary line, percuss down that. And the mid-clavicular line all the way down. And the axillary line. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to do special tests. So we'll start with McBurney's. So that would be, we're palpating the point between the ASIS and the umbilicus, and we're just going to palpate deep between there. And if there's any pain with that, that would be indicative of acute appendicitis. Rebound test, we're going to go over to the side, and we're going to push down and see if that should rebound. No pain with that. If there was pain, again, that'd be indicative of acute appendicitis potentially. And then we're going to go with the obturator test and the psoas test. So obturator, we're just going to ask the patient to raise their knee. There. Any pain with that?
No pain.
Okay, psoas, I'm going to ask the patient to go to the side. And I'm going to bend the knee and distract back. And any pain with that?
No pain.
Okay. And that should be it.